And I must say how lovely it is to see Danny back again. We haven't seen you in a while.
No, it feels like for years, but it was only, we missed a month, I think.
I think we missed August and you were here
August.
in July. So it's lovely to see you. And we are back, of course, the favourite, the best month of the year for fashion, autumn.
It is. It's lovely. It's back to tell you what to expect in store. All the different, the choices out there are just amazing. There are so many different takes that the designers have come out with. Some of them you may not be wearing around the streets and the towns of Kerry and beyond. Particularly the chic look when it comes to the sheer look, not the chic look. There's nothing chic about it. With the sheer look that they've put in the catwalk.
By sheer you mean see-through?
See-through, yes. No bra or nothing, not even a lining on the top or sometimes the bottom. The cheese slicer is out, like just showing off a bare tongue and nothing else.
Good God.
Can you imagine? But we're gone from those, and the weather is a bit chilly for that anyway.
Well, the good thing about the fact that the temperatures have fallen a bit in the last few days is that I suppose people are starting to go back and buy the boots and the knitwear again. And there's the autumn stuff has started to come in. I've noticed it in boutiques around Tralee.
Yeah, they've really started. Dare I say, my winter coats came in a month ago. They only made an appearance in the shop. Well, I did sneak in one or two, but we have a whole range of them that appeared this week. Because again, the way the weather was, you don't really want to give in. It's like putting on the heating at home. You don't want to put on the heating or put on the fire. We'll wait another bit. And I think we're the same with the autumn. But what is very important about the autumn, believe it or not, in fashion terms, it's a shorter season than what it is for spring summer. So people think, oh, lackadaisy. People, now is the time to look at your winter coat and your knitwear. People normally think, oh, I'll go looking for knitwear at Christmas. Oh, he has it in the shop. I saw it a month ago or 6 weeks ago. Believe it or not, when it comes to the week before Christmas or the month of December,
there'll be nothing
they're
left.
Gone. Yeah.
When they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone, yeah. And I hate saying that, but it's like a bit of a warning. This year, there's lovely colours, there's lovely greens, like I said, in the autumn, that will work into the autumn stuff. They'll start off light and get darker. There are so many different themes out there. There is, what one will I go for? There is the black and white, that always makes an appearance, but also the richer colours when it comes around to your magentas, your winter fuchsia, which is not to be mixed up with the summer fuchsia because it's a bit darker. It's not as bright as what it is during the summer. Again, their take on what I said last autumn winter, the vegetarian leather. Now that is false leather or pleather, or it's not the real. What they're calling it now is liquid leather.
Liquid leather.
Liquid leather. They come up, it's a bit shinier, some of it, but I kept away from shiny myself. And the reason being because shiny can, if you have any cellulite, can show it up, or if you haven't the perfect shape, it shapes it up even more. So I kind of kept away from that. But these are trends that you'll see in magazines. Sometimes they're not very practical for everyday.
For everyday wear,
yeah.
Okay. I have to say to you, I know you're not a massive fan of leopard print.
Right,
but it's everywhere.
Can I correct?
Can I tell you, I was at Coldplay, like half the country.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that I spotted, yes, thank you for taking that out. The amount of women I spotted wearing leopard print at Coldplay, I lost count. And I kept pointing it out to my daughter, who was given out to me. But I think it's fabulous. I love it.
Do you know, I'm going to eat my words. Was it last year or the year before? I said, nah.
You said I will never stock leopard print.
I'll never stock.
Are you eating your words now?
Oh, come here. Good job I'd not eaten my hat. About maybe 3 weeks ago, I had, even before, the girls were at me inside in the shop. Anne was at me. Now again, I listen to the customers as well. Some said, oh, I'd love a bit of... I brought in 12 of these blouses.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
Isn't it?
And they all sold out.
I've only one left.
And you've only one. Oh my God.
And to make sure I had this to show you. Now, we didn't talk about this beforehand, but it is a big trend. The only problem is you can get trousers in it, you can get skirts, you can get anything at all. Even come later in the winter, you're going to get the snoods that wrap around the neck in it as well. Be very careful how you wear it.
Okay, can everyone wear leopard print, Danny?
They can, everyone. I know I'm eating my words. Again, it depends on what way you want to go. You can put your pleather trousers under it if you want to give it a bit of a biker chic kind of a look. You can also put the lovely red colour with it, but make sure you don't go totally head to toe with it. A dress is okay if you go a black shoe or a black boot, a black coat to break up the print, but don't go trouser, blouse, coat, all. That's the wrong way to wear it.
Unless you're going to a fancy dress as a tiger.
Yeah, or Scary Spice.
Or Scary Spice. I always think Beth Lynch in Coronation Street and Kat Slater in EastEnders.
Even Kat Slater now is getting rid of it a small bit. She is, in fairness, since she's a bit of a businesswoman with the taxi, you can see the way the stylist has brought it in. Her coat, leopard print, it does make an appearance every so often, but not everything is the leopard print the way it used to be. But like that, maybe that was, and maybe I'm telling people as well, you can change your mind. Try it. I was a stick in the mud for ages. No way is it coming in. It came in this season with clothes. It came in last season as scarves and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that shirt you're showing me, and just again, as always, to remind people that we are taping, videoing, filming. What is the correct term? Filming. I have to stop saying videoing. I'm showing my age. We're filming this segment, so it will be up on Facebook for you all to see. So you'll be able to see these lovely clothes Danny has brought in. But remind me again, this particular, and I'm describing to people your classic leopard print tunic top. Mm-hmm. How many of them came in and they all sold out?
12 and down to one.
Yeah.
And that was within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks, yeah.
And what surprised me were the people that went for them. Now, I shouldn't say the people that did. It was young, it was old, it was everyone in between. It just blew me away.
So leopard print is universal.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't like that classic leopard print, there's other what you might more broadly term animal print.
There is an animal print. There's also what they call, now I didn't get it in because they had sold out of it by the time I made up my mind. You have the white leopard print as well. That comes in, the white leopard print. Now I have never seen a white leopard, but apparently they are there. This is another way that we're doing the animal print this year.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Again, this is another trend that's coming in, the ox blood, they call it. And this is the way I've interpreted it for the shop and making it more commercial. Again, it is the softer material, and you have a lot of warm colours going on with this, with your wines, with the richer creams, your sand. But what is lovely, you can get the ox blood pleathers as well. It isn't just the black anymore. And just lifting those two together with a black jacket.
Oh, that's a great outfit.
It gives it that extra bit of, right, I'm following fashion, but this will be around for another bit longer again. And it's incorporating another winter shade. That ox blood is a bit like a wine colour, but a bit deeper.
They used to make an oxblood shoe polish.
They did, and that would be the correct one, yes. Yeah. Isn't it amazing the way it is coming back as well? Even the Doc Martens are bringing back the oxblood again as well as one of the colours. Okay,
so we've spoken about the what's the type of leather trousers again?
The pleather, but it's really faux leather trousers.
Okay. And we've spoken about the animal print.
Yeah.
What else can we expect to see?
Right, what we can do as well. There's so many choices here, I don't know what one to go for. I'm doing one of these. This is what you're going to call your metallics.
Metallics?
Metallics. Now, it's a bit different than what they were before. There are a bit of shinier ones coming into Christmas where the metallic will be sewn into the thread, but this is like metallic by itself. It's a bit more calmer. You can see there's almost a bit of cream coming off of this as well. It isn't silver.
Very dressy at the same though.
It is, but the trick with this is, and this is like a transitional piece, if you're going away on holidays, your white trousers would be fabulous underneath this or your cream. But then you can bring it into the winter by putting your navy or your black, or dare I say it again, the oxblood, to give it a bit more of a modern feel to it.
That's really nice. And again, you know, somebody will see that top now and say, I'll get that now at Christmas for the office party, but it'll probably be gone.
It'll be gone. Believe it or not, Deirdre, this was my first autumn piece that came in from this brand. And I thought, oh no, they're after getting it. Till I kind of went, oh, hold on here. You can put this colour with it, that colour with it. It isn't just for Christmas. And I suppose that trend you can see in the likes of the chain stores and stuff like that. And you'll probably see it more as the time goes by. Do you know, it's a nice, easy colour to wear. The other one that is coming through as well, and I'll show it to you actually maybe a bit better in this. It's silhouette dressing again, where they're doing blocks of stuff. This is in the black and white. I have what's always in fashion, white blouse, and what's different this time, you're almost going back to the 80s feel with the chunky jewellery.
Chunky jewellery.
Yeah. And like that, there's sparkle coming off it. This time, they're throwing everything at it. It's almost overdoing it. But again, with something like this, this is also an investment piece. Along when we get a bit warmer or colder. We were not getting warmer now, unless you're turning on the heat.
Well, actually, apparently there's some great weather coming next week.
Like it was for the weekend, and in Ballyhike for Patron, it was very disappointing. I thought my 3/4 would get a look out. They were lucky they didn't see me in my long johns. The breeze would cut. But by adding on the polo neck here, and polos and knitwear are making a big comeback big time.
Oh, I love a good polo.
Yeah, and even the turkin necks, V-necks, round necks, you name it, knitwear, once it's nice and light. It is that 1940s feel that's coming. So it's when you're going to say, why are you saying 1940s? That's when the cardigan really took off. During the wartime and stuff like that. But that's what they're calling it, with the check patterns that are coming through as well.
Okay, so just to will you describe to the listeners what you're showing us here now for those who won't see the video? What? So you have a black polo neck, and I know you're going to call that a waistcoat. I'd call it a sleeveless cardigan, but anyway.
It's more than a cardigan. It's not knitted. This is textured, so it's giving the illusion that it is what you're saying it is, but it's actually a waistcoat. It is a 3/4 waistcoat. Again, the 3/4 lengths are in when it comes to waistcoats or gilets, whichever way you want to put it. There is a lovely pattern going through it in black and white, and it's textured, so it gives the illusion of being something that it isn't. And you'll find that with a lot of fabrics this year. There is, changing subject ever so slightly, there is like a velvet thing that's coming through, but it's not velvet, but I'll show you that in a moment.
Welcome back. Danny, one question I wanted to ask you as well about autumn winter 2024. What's the colour of the season? Because I've been doing a bit of research on this, and I haven't got a definitive answer, but I'm hearing that a kind of a berry red is very in. And Siobhan, who's doing some research on the show with me this week, she did another bit of research, and she says khaki is the colour of the season. So who's right?
Right, you're not going to believe it. I brought in the khaki just to show you the khaki, and I brought in the berry colours.
So we're both right.
You're both right. Now, again, what I do a bit of research myself, even though I do go to shows. I didn't get to Copenhagen this year for next year, but I still look at the notes and stuff like that they send me. Everyone has their take on this season. And someone might ring in and go, oh, this is in or that is in. It is, but there is just so many trends and colours going on at the moment. I can tell you the khaki, the berry colours, and even some of these newer colours where you have the royal blues, you have the teals coming through, and you have your heathers coming through as well. Or some people might call that as well, when it comes down to colour, they're calling it a dusky pink.
Okay. And
sorry, dusky purple.
Dusky purple. What about accessories and shoes and that? Am I right in saying cowboy boots are in?
Yes, yeah.
I've never owned a pair of cowboy boots.
Well, there is time now.
Is this my year to do it?
It is. Are you going to any festivals next year or even this year?
I don't know.
Because it was one of those, that's where it came from. Even when I was in holidays, there were younger girls with cowboy boots and it's almost 30 degrees. I thought, Jesus, God help those feet when they come out of the boots. It is just something that has come up from, rather than a catwalk, it has come from festivals and stuff like that.
Cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots. Not Wellingtons, cowboy boots.
What about handbags this season?
There are so many. Do you know what the big one is going to be? Is the saddle bag.
Okay.
Again, the big names have it and you can see it popping in through stores. What do I mean by saddle? Look at a horse when there's a saddle on it from the side. I know. And it's that lovely shape. It's almost like half a kidney.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
yes,
with all the...
I can
but
picture
again,
it.
where it is curved and then it comes up like that. I should have brought one in, but like that.
It's kind of like half moon.
Half moon, but it isn't exactly. I would call it half a kidney. Or if you look at a saddle when it's on a horse, that is the exact shape.
And you wear it over your shoulder.
Over your shoulder, tucks under your...
Your oxter.
Your oxter, yes. I was afraid in case of saying something else, but yes. But it's nice and neat. You have control of the bag rather than pickpockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how that came around, and it's close to the body. There are other bags out there, but I think this is going to be the star.
One. Yeah. We've a question from Marie, and she says, she describes herself, I love this. She says, I'm a dressaholic, Deirdre. A dressaholic. She says, I love them in winter with boots, and I presume she loves them in summer too. But she said, I'd like to ask Danny about pants and jackets. I love fashion, and I know Danny. Why I hate pants. I had to wear black at work. Am I out of fashion if I don't wear pants and jackets, says Marie?
No, you're not. What is lovely about all the choices out there, you can wear what you're comfortable about. Don't be dictated by anyone. And sometimes by ourselves, we can be our own worst critics. Go, try it. If you don't like it, leave it after you. You style the way you want to style yourself. The dress, even at the moment, that polo neck I showed you earlier can also go under some of those blouse dresses that we had during the summer, and you can put whatever colour you like underneath it.
A few jackets. You brought in some jackets for us as well there.
I brought in one beautiful one, and it's part of the story here. It's this one here. Again, you're having the green that's all in. It is the lighter green. Now, every shade of green is in, from your winter lime, you've the touch of grey, and of course you've the black that's coming in. Now, I tried not to overdo the black this year, but it's still snuck in. You have a lovely collar with this, you have the zip, and it is slightly oversized.
Slightly oversized jackets.
Ever so slightly.
Okay.
And again, it is the trick from a distance. Hopefully you think it's quilted, and you probably think, oh, that's going to be...
It does look quilted.
Yeah.
But it's not puffy either.
No, that's because it's not. They haven't even put a lining into this jacket. It's illusion patterning is what they're doing at the moment. And again, you can see it even with this one. From a distance, you would think it was a velvet. Velvet is coming in, but it's not a velvet. It is...
Okay. An illusion.
An illusion.
So, Danny, we've covered the animal print trend and the khaki and the berry and the accessories and that and the coats. Oh yeah, but before I come to my question, that's another. What would you call that colour?
Right, they call this sand. Sand with attitude is what I'd call it, because there is more of a kind of a shine off it. They've put a texture with it. What it actually is supposed to copy is the sheen that you'd get off snow, because this is another trend coming into winter where you have the ski theme going through it. You think, again, this is buffed up again. It's not, or puffered up. It's light, but it's warm, as if it's puffered. And it's that colour that's coming in from your toffee, or what do they call this? Like the caramel that you'd get in a caramel bar. That is the other colour that's coming in. So it is a bit brighter. This is autumn, and when it goes towards more winter, it'll be matched up with browns rather than with blacks and greys.
Okay, gotcha. We need to finish up with a few things I want to... Not at all.
We could be talking about this all... We could have covered the whole programme with it.
A few things. What about trouser shapes? Are they still... Is it still the very sleek lines, or...
There's a mixture. You can get your wider... And some of them are even getting more wider. They're almost getting to the silly as they're going too wide. You're going maybe 17 inches wide at the bottom. You have the same shapes. You have slightly different colours. This year, a lot of the manufacturers went back to basics when it came to knitwear, but they're still doing the classic shapes and trousers. The skinny, the semi-skinny, the wide, your flares, they're all out there.
Boyfriend,
mummies, you can,
somebody just wants to ask you, Danny, they say, I can't find any bootleg jeans in a 29-inch leg. Could Danny help me?
I would love to. I would say if you try Marks and Spencer's would be your best bet at the moment. A lot of the manufacturers are only bringing out one length now because they're trying to keep their stock down. It's not the designers that are leading the fashion houses and manufacturers anymore. It's the grey accountants. And that's even with myself. My shorter trousers used to be 27. My short now are coming up at a 29.
So failing Marks and Spencer's, is there anywhere else?
Failing them, maybe the next one that I would go to.
29-inch, that's quite short, isn't it?
They're calling that now a short, where before a short used to be a 29-inch. But
that is 29-inch we're talking about.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was 27, sorry.
Oh, 29.
29. Everywhere should be okay with 29, but I would try Marks and Spencer's, and I would try Next for the boot cut.
Yeah.
Yes, the boot cut isn't as popular as what it used to be 5 or 6 years, but it's slowly coming in. And the other places, maybe try Pennies as well, you might.
You might strike it lucky. Any one trend you want to mention just before we go?
I'm going to say, and it's going to be a massive one, these are the snoods.
Oh, lovely.
The snoods are big in. There are print. This is one, they call it Trini, after Trini and Susanna that used to do because they liked the bit of, and again, that's where that top had come from originally as well. But again, they have so many different variations of these. Again, some people call them loops because they go around the head twice. You can do so much with them. Even if you were going to the hairdresser, put it over your head to keep your... I know I look silly, but like that, we always have a laugh in here. No, but you think I'm joking. A wind that's going on out there, if you're after getting your hair done, rather than it being in a mess, put this over it.
I can't take you seriously.
I know. I'm also matching with my jacket.
Yeah, that is very fetching on you, Danny.
Thank you. But there's so many ways that you can do it. You can make it long, put a knot in it and turn it into a chain. Again, you can loop it around this way, your neck, if you were a bit more professional with, say, with the white blouse, or you want to do the prep look. A professional is like an office or a teacher. Just tuck it inside your shirt like that.
Keeps your neck nice and warm.
Yes.
Too. Lovely. Yeah. That's gorgeous.
And you know what's more important? Keeps the makeup away from your clothes as well. It's easier to wash this than what it is
a white blouse or
white
something.
blouse.
Yeah.
To
Danny,
get it
we're
out.
going to have to go, but I think we might actually, next month, we might go part 2 of autumn.
Oh,
winter.
we could do
so much more.
This year
yeah.
there's just so much, and there's semi-trends, colours. We could be fighting people into thinking, no, 'tis this colour. Royal blues and blues, every shade of it is still from the autumn or spring, summer going into the autumn, winter as
So
well.
will we be seeing you wearing an animal print furry coat before the winter is out?
You might. It depends.
Pat Kelly now is dying to get his hands on a pair of animal print jeans. It'd be just
Animal
up his street.
oh my God, I could see, wild animals here in Radio
and cowboy
Kerry.
boots, he tells me, and cowboy
the
boots.
cowboy boots, yeah.